The winter event is back in Forge of Empires, bringing us plenty of snow, presents, and rewards. The most important things to know for this event are 1. If you complete the full quest line, you are guaranteed the main building for free. 2. You do not need to play the event daily, and in fact, this event is best played by saving up all of your currency for one day and spending it all then, and not touching the minigame otherwise. 3. Nutcracker Guardhouses are coming back, and you should be able to get enough to supply your city with a mass self-aid kit every single day. This is really handy considering that we're getting tons of buildings that need to be aided. But those are just the basics. Let's talk about how to maximize your rewards from this event. The event minigame is almost the exact same as it's always been, where you have to open presents using stars, and you get a reward and some progress towards the grand prizes. It's pretty simple. To spice things up though, there are a few special presents on the board that behave a bit differently. The double present will double the reward of the next present you open. The reveal will show 2 of the remaining hidden presents and give you 3 stars back. The calendar key will give you a full calendar key if it is the first time you find it each day, or 1 of 5 needed key fragments if you have already found it that day. The shuffle will cause the board to reset, but will also refund you the full cost of 10 stars. And of course, one of the presents will be the daily special. The shuffle, daily special, and double will also give you an elf, which can be used in the elf's workshop. In terms of general strategy, you want to save up at least 160 stars or so before you play a board. Otherwise, there's a chance you won't be able to find the daily special before you finish the board. Open the presents at random. The only real strategy you can have is when you find the reveal. It can show the daily special, double, or calendar key, allowing you to get those rewards or even double them right away. It can show the shuffle, letting you avoid it until you find the daily special or calendar key, or it may show just 2 presents that you don't want, saving you 20 stars. I highly recommend always finding the shuffle even if you already found the daily special or calendar key. Since it pays you back the 10 stars it costs to open that present, it's a free present. With every present that you open, you'll get between 1 and 2 progress, averaging 1.5 progress per present, so a few extra shuffles found can help you get further in the grand prizes. The good news is that you should be able to reach about 400 progress on average with the free currency, more with any stars that you get from incidents. This is more than enough to get the level 10 Winter Wonderland Pyramid, the main event building. However, it will take a few weeks to get it fully leveled to the golden upgraded version. You also might be able to get the golden upgrade for the chocolatieri from last year's winter event. It's at 460 progress, so you'll need to be lucky with incidents. This chart shows my estimate of how many players will get the golden upgrade based on stars from instance. It looks like you'll need to find an additional 230 stars to have about a 50-50% chance at reaching 460 progress. You could win that same golden upgrade for the chocolatieri from the calendar reward, as well as a powerful building that provides fragments of Winter Wonderland Pyramid kits, a portrait, and even 7 days of Forge Plus. But it's doubtful that you'll get enough calendar keys to do so. If you focus entirely on calendar keys, playing a game each day, I think you may have a small chance of completing the calendar, but it would be really close and you'd have to sacrifice going for a daily special that you want. The general strategy for this event is to just save up all of your stars for a day that you see a daily special that you like and spend all of your stars on that day. Also, collect every single incident that spawns in your city. Even a few extra stars can make a huge difference in terms of progress. If you're targeting 460 progress, make sure that you complete every board through to the shuffle. The extra progress you get for free from the shuffle is worthwhile. You should be able to get around 15 calendar keys from daily challenges, maybe a few more from the minigame. What's the best way to spend these? Well, we don't know yet. The calendar rewards were pretty good on beta, including a base, upgrade, and selection kit for the Nutcracker Guardhouse, chocolatieri selection kit, a few finished special production items, and more, but we won't know the exact days that we will get those rewards in the calendar until those days. I'll keep a list of them over on my Discord server, updated daily, along with posting the next day's daily special. Join my Discord server so that you don't miss out. I recommend waiting until the last day of the event to spend your calendar keys, so that you can get exactly the rewards you want. The daily specials list for this event is incredibly good, including Epic Winter 2023 kits, which contains the Nutcracker Guardhouse, which provides fragments of mass self-aid kits. as well as the upgrades and base buildings for the Chocolatieri, Winter Canal, Winter Bakeries, Winter Train and all its cars, Winter Spire, and then the Sleigh Builder, Winter Village, Confectionery, and all the other random winter buildings that you don't care about. You can also get plenty of those upgrades or kits separately as daily specials, plus Sunflower Oil Press and Tarot Card Caravans kits. These are great if you need more after the fall or Halloween events. Renovation kits, store buildings, and one-ups are also on the table, as well as plenty of goods. 250 current age, 500 previous, or up to 1,000 guild goods. Personally, I'd recommend the Epic Kit for Chocolatieri kits and Nutcracker Guardhouses. This is the only place to stock up on buildings that produce mass self-aid kits, so don't miss the chance. Now, if you're thinking of spending on this event, the best bang for your buck will be the Elves Workshop. You can get quite a few good rewards like the Nog Shop, which provides fragments of the Winter Wonderland Pyramid, the main event building, on top of some nice boosts. You can also pick up some fragments of the Golden Chocolatieri kit, upgrades for the Nutcracker Guardhouse, and even finish all special production items. From each elf that you get, you'll get 2 reward options to choose from, and the option to refresh the reward from a pool of 9 other items. On average, it will cost about 220 diamonds to refresh for the reward that you may want from any given pool. Regardless, there are 16 unique pools of items, and the chance of seeing each item per pool is shown here. For example, for each elf you get and for each reward pool from that elf, you have a 25% chance of seeing the level 1 Nog Shop. If you're going to be spending a lot of diamonds on stars to get into the Gold League, it can be cheaper to buy the stars via the Elves Workshop instead. By choosing and refreshing for the 70 stars option, you need to get at least 6 of the slots in the workshop to be stars to come out ahead of if you just bought the stars directly in the minigame. Then the other rewards you get from the elves are just gravy. Thank you to THX for figuring this one out. If you want to spend to complete the calendar, I would honestly recommend just buying the calendar key fragments that you need with diamonds. It's actually cheaper than spending the stars needed to win the keys from the minigame. Just gather key fragments from the daily challenge and the days that you play for the daily special, and purchase the remainder needed at the end of the event. Comparing the grand prize passes, for free, you get an additional Winter Wonderland Pyramid every 360 progress, costing roughly 20,000 diamonds each. From the Silver Pass, you get additional pyramids every 240 to 280 progress, about 13,000 to 15,000 diamonds. And with the Golden Pass, you get additional pyramids about every 200 progress, which costs about 11,000 diamonds. There are also leagues in this event, which for most of us means nothing. The event really doesn't have any skill elements, so the leagues will pretty much be purely decided on spending. Regardless, you should be able to pick up an epic winter kit and probably an upgrade kit for the Winter Wonderland Pyramid. The Silver League will also add in the golden upgrade for the Chocolatieris, and the Gold League gives you the standard building that produces a bunch of fragments of the Winter Wonderland Pyramid. With the winter event, there is no need to spend any stars daily, so expect there to be a big jump in league thresholds towards the end, especially if you're trying to hit the Gold League. Please do let me know any questions that you may have about the event by joining the Discord server linked in the description. Hopefully I said Chocolatieri right. Good luck in the event, and as always, I'll see you all next time.